Hello, welcome to the Health In Show, an affiliate program of Homeopathy World Community. You've come to the right place to tune in and participate with your comments and questions. Love is the greatest healer of all. But sometimes, in order to change our emotions, we must take action in other spheres of our lives. We speak with experts in alternative and complementary health fields and hope you will benefit in some small or great way. Remember, you are wherever your thoughts are. Make sure your thoughts are where you want to be.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Marilyn Shannon, and this is a special edition of the Health In Show, and we're all so delighted that you're here. Let me remind each and every one of you to please feel free to put your name, nickname, whatever you like under our video, and you can enjoy the show through commenting and asking questions in our chat. And you are more than welcome to call into the studio whenever you like at 919-518-9773 and computers 2K now. 2K voice, on Skype. So I'm going to introduce my co-host today, and then she will take it on and introduce our guest as well. So we have Deepak, who's a co-host, and Kavitha, co-host. Hey.
Hi, Merlin. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I am doing good. Thank you.
Both of you. Good. So tell us who we have today. Deepak. Hey.
Yeah. And hello, everyone, and welcome to Health Insure. This is Kavitha Kokundur, President and CEO of Homeopathy World Community. All these health insures are for educational purpose and are dedicated to Debbie Brooks, founder of HWC. And as always, I thank Omnan for helping us with health insurance. Today is April 2nd, 2020, and in this Health Insure, our honorable guest speaker, Dr. Nikunj Trivedi from UK, he speaks about perfection with potency, homeopathic approach for men of all ages. Out of several issues related to men, from puberty to old age, infertility is one of the most common problems that we come across. And in homeopathy, we have very good homeopathic remedies addressing infertility both for men and women, and they are given on detailed case taking, analysis, individualization, their constitution, totality of symptoms, etc. And all this will be discussed in today's Health In Show. Dr. Nikunj Trivedi is an experienced homeopath of over 36 years. He established Arti Clinic in 1980. He was awarded gold medal from his university in recognition of his academic achievement. Dr. Trivedi and his wife, Dr. Amita Trivedi, has built their multi-specialty homeopathic hospital in Gujarat, India in 1985. He has treated a wide spectrum of patients from all over the world and given numerous lectures at various institutions. For more information, you can visit www.articlinic.com. Dr. Nikunj, welcome to our show, and we would like to learn more from you about infertility and how homeopathy can help.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you, Amron, and thank you, Malin. Thank you, Dr. Deepak.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Welcome.
I'm very happy and delighted that Kavita and Marilyn has taken initiation to invite me to the Health In Show, and with a unique topic. Many times you'll be able to see different topics, but the infertility, especially in a man, and with the significance of perfection with the potency at every age. So let us start with the different ages and how homeopathy is working on different ages. So first of all, let me tell you that sex is an important and vital part of life. It's a state of well-being and harmony and allows a man to enjoy sexual activity and reproduction. According to the NHS in England, it is estimated that 1 in 10 men have a problem related to having a sex. Most men experience it at some time in their life, either with physical, psychological, social, domestic, and interpersonal. With, on top of that, heterogenic. Heterogenic means caused by physician, caused by side effect of the medications. So, which influences their sexual health deeply and intensively. Hormones are another part, which plays a silent iceberg and latent role, which are always unseen and which has come to the picture with the help of medical investigations. Homeopathy is such a noble science, but when it has been invented at the time of Hahnemann, at that time, Hahnemann was a good observer. He was observing, he had a good observation skill. So he narrated each and every observation, each and every symptoms, each and every rubric in repertory in Materia Medica while proving the medications, but at that time the facility of investigations was not available. So it is our duty to investigate the symptoms so we can make the homeopathy evidence based and we can prove that homeopathy is working, because homeopathy is always controversial. I've been to the Paris, I've been to the Hahnemann's house, and just in front of the Hahnemann house, there is the Institute of Medicine. So after his death, the controversy of allopathy has not left him. So homeopathy is always
Dr. Nick, I want to ask you a question. What
sure.
made you get into this part of homeopathy? Why did you want to help men?
Yes, it's a good question. Really, I appreciate to answer this question. Actually, I was studying my homeopathy, and in second year, when I finished my exam, I had plenty of time to enjoy the vacation. But I took an initiation to join one gynecological hospital. And I joined that gynecological hospital to work honorary. And then from there, I developed interest in infertility because my boss, my guru, my teacher, he was doing tuboplasty. I was witnessing, I was assisting him that he was injecting methylene blue in the tube while doing the laparoscopy, and that methylene blue dye was staining the whole viscera. He took an idea that with this, the visualization is always causing problem. So we took a milk and we autoclaved the milk and we injected milk to see the patency of the tube. So this was the basic thing which has given me an idea to open a block fallopian tube with the help of homeopathy. So I took our homeopathic remedy, I diluted it on constitutional basis, and first time I used that homeopathic remedy intrauterine. This is the history in homeopathy. So with my surprise, I was able to open the block fallopian tube. And in India, I opened more than 250 block fallopian tube with successful results, and patient uh, got pregnant within 3 to 4 months. And that medicine has also proved that it has increased the tubociliary action of the fallopian tube. The same way we used to get a lot of patients of infertility with male part. Male having an issue with the sperms. Sperms are non-motile, sperms are abnormal, sperms having anti-sperm antibodies. And with this, in allopathy, there is no treatment or very limited treatment. And with our day-to-day routine reading, with the teaching from our professors, I came across one remedy. That is Agnus castus. That Agnus castus having a potency to produce a sperm. So with the azoospermic patient, I tried Agnus castus in a potentized sperm, and within a couple of weeks, patient has started spermatogenesis, and it's a documentation. See, whenever any patient comes to us, patient doesn't know that whether patient is fertile or not. With the investigations, we come to know that patient having complications, patient having infertility, and we are always, when I'm treating in my clinic to any infertile couple, I always investigate male partner first, because male partner should be treated first. If patient does not have any sperms, the lady, though she is normal, but she can't be pregnant. So this is the first thing. This is the first principle, to investigate the male partner first.
This is incredible, Dr. Nikunj. Yes, Agnus castus is one of the very good remedy that has helpful in this. And we would love to hear more clinical studies from you with cases.
Yeah, sure. Other remedies also working very nicely, but as you know, Kavita, that homeopathy is always working on constitution, miasm, diathesis, and thermal reaction of the patient. That patient is hot, chilly, ambithermal. So we have to take everything into consideration. But apart from this,
You want to go with the slides, Dr. Nikunj? You want to have the slides?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I will request Amnon to go on slide number 4, please. So that shows the vital statistics. Because this shows that infertility is more common than you think. 1 in 8 couple is infertile. And especially
Uh-oh.
All right.
Hello.
Okay. He'll be back, I'm sure, right? So Kavitha, have you and Deepak, have you had the opportunity to study with Nick before?
Yes, definitely. Merlin, as since 2008, we are also studying and doing work on PCOS. This is a complaint on the female, the polycystic ovarian syndrome, and the major cause of infertility. And Dr. Trivedi is very good at their point that the 45% the male infertility is existing in the world. So male part is very important for in every infertility case, and it will depend on to the social consequences also,
Right.
because in many social things every female is thinking that I am always right and I am not irritated. Yes, Dr. Nikunj.
yes.
Yes, sir, please continue your
Yeah,
I
we
think
lost you for a second, so we were talking about the PCOS. Please go ahead, Doctor.
please.
Okay. So can I have a slide number 4, please?
It's on.
Okay. So this is all about the vital statistics, that 30% factors are related with the male, 30% due to female, 10% are combined, and 25% are unexplained. So this is very important. Unexplained factors, when there is no explanation, homeopathy gives explanation. And that's why we are always taking mental symptoms. Mental symptoms is always giving us a suppression of emotions, exploitation, humiliation, and abused childhood.
Did you just say that with homeopathy, you can always find something? Is that what you just said?
Sorry, can you please repeat it?
Did you say that with
Yeah.
homeopathy, you can always find something?
Yes.
That's pretty extraordinary.
Yeah. Because see, when there is no explanation in allopathic or conventional medicine, and if we explain the condition to the patient, because patient always eager to know about their medical conditions and what are the things. So recently I was treating one gentleman. All of a sudden he developed a erectile dysfunction. It's a question of few days ago. He developed a erectile dysfunction, and he came to me with the recommendation of one of my patient. And when I asked that why it has happened to you, you are normal, you are one grown-up boy, and you had all of this. Then he told me, he gave a history that actually I was fostered by my uncle. I cannot say anything no to him. But when I was put under pressure to do certain things by my uncle, I can't say no, and I can't say this thing to my wife. So that was the sort of a conflicts between mind and will. Always there is a conflict between mind and will. Patient can't decide what to do. And as he was under obligation of the uncle, the suppression of emotions was there. Conflicts between mind and will was there. So these two things we can find in two remedies. Suppression, exploitation, humiliation, you can find with the staphysagrina. And conflicts between mind and will. Patient wanted to do something, but patient can't do. At the time of his private moment, though he wanted to enjoy that moment, but he can't because that super-added emotions were taking hold on his mind and he was not able to perform. So anacardium I selected. First dose of staphysagrina I gave, and I told him to come after 1 week. And second remedy I selected anacardium. And with the help of anacardium, patient did very well, and he sent me a compliments in a form of a review that I am completely okay. And then he asked me that why with these two doses my problem gets corrected. Then I explained that, see, you have been suppressed. Your emotions were suppressed and you were not able to explain this situation to your wife. All the time, the turmoil of thoughts was going inside your mind. And that's why you had developed a dual personality, what to do, this or that, this or that. Mind and will, when they are having a fight, so patient can't win and patient always stays in no-win situation. And this is the simplest way the homeopathy has worked. And see, spams is always related with our mental conditions. I will share one case with you that I was treating one gentleman. There's one homeopathic college in Bhavnagar, and the principal who brought that patient to me, and that patient has developed a sort of a azoospermia or sort of oligospermia. And the patient has only 2 million count. With the 2 million count, no one can be a biological father unless and until patient undergoes sort of an intrauterine insemination. So that 32 years old patient, if you want to see on slide number 16, you can see male patient, Mr. Mehta, 32 years old, from Bhavnagar. By profession, he is a stockbroker. Still, he's a stockbroker. He had a complaint of erectile dysfunction.
Doctor, did you want me to go to 16?
Yes, please,
Okay.
if you can. So by that way, everybody can read the slide.
I was about to ask you a case of azoospermia, and I'm glad you're going to present that right now.
So patient having only 0.2 million count per ml. Per milliliter, patient only 0.2. Had a complaint of erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculations. He consulted few doctors, few gynecologists, few andrologists, but ultimately result was 0. So when he came to me, I took a history, and history has
All right, somebody else.
All right, Deepak. So, can you give us a little summation of what he's been saying so far? Just can you kind of gather what he's saying and kind of give us a little clarification of what he's been saying so far? Deepak, can you hear me?
I think he's muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deepak, can
Yes,
you
please.
hear? Yeah. Can you give us a little kind of clarification, a little bit of what he's been saying so far?
Actually, what I understand that Dr. Nikunj is going towards the cases and the really fantastic studies on homeopathy in the infertility. But actually, we are in the show that is for each and everyone. So many persons are do not understanding what is actually the mental symptoms and the constitutional remedy. So in that normal language, what I can say that homeopathy is working beyond the limits and is still proved, well proved system of the medicine that is already proved 200 years ago.
Right. I mean,
we
that's
are we are
it's a
we are
high
having
statistic. That's a high statistic, 1 out of 8.
Yes, because we have hundred of medicine just for one complaint like anxiety. If we
Mm,
are searching for the medicine for the anxiety, we have hundreds of medicine like anxiety in the morning, anxiety in the evening, anxiety at the midnight. We have the different medicines. So homeopathy is very difficult way to choose the medicine. So special doctors or the consultants can choose this, and we are doing the show for the general people. So I want to say that the homeopathy can solve any case. Even the Dr. Trivedi said about the blocked tubes are impossible to treat in any system of medicine other than the homeopathy. So homeopathy has the power if the symptom is matching, if the similarity of the symptoms are matching with the similar medicine, then the medicine is 100% acting. So we like the theory of Dr. Nikunj Trivedi sir, but I request to explain in the common languages so that every person or the every people can understand how the homeopathy can work.
He has cases, Dr. Deepak.
Yes,
He has
yes, yes,
cases which he will walk through. And one of the cases like esospermia, where there is very zero count or very low count that cannot help for the fertility, that he has helped and became fertile, like they got pregnant. And so that cases also he has it. So I hope he will be back.
yes. Dr.
Dr. Nick,
Nikunj,
you
we
hear?
are getting.
Can he hear us now? Dr. Nick, are you
Yeah,
hearing us?
yeah, I
So,
can hear
so
you
we
now.
were, yeah, we were kind of summing up a little bit of what you were saying because obviously, our audience is like me. They're not, not everybody is a homeopath, but it's very interesting, as Deepak and Kavitha were saying, how with homeopathy, there's so many remedies that
Yes,
many remedies as there are, you can break down anxiety to just being in the morning or just in the afternoon or in the evening, and that difference in that anxiety from the morning to the afternoon can make the difference.
see, it all depends on the level of anxiety, and we should consider the causative factor for the anxiety. What is the causative factor? What are the maintaining cause for the anxiety? What are the predisposing factor for the anxiety? That's very, very important. No doubt everything is written. This medicine is for the morning, this medicine is for the afternoon, but we should evaluate the patient's condition, that for what reason patient is getting anxiety. This patient has made a huge loss in the stock market, so he developed anxiety. Another patient, he lost his father, he had a sort of a divorce twice. He took divorce. That patient came from the USA to India for the treatment. His father passed away. That patient came to me. He was escorted by one of my friends that he's my brother-in-law and you have to do something because he lost his father. and he came to do the rituals by for the ashes and all. So when he came, he was in tears. He explained me that I got divorced twice. With that, my previous wife, she became pregnant. So ultimately, I am at the fault. When he was being investigated, he was a zoospermic. And with that, he developed a sort of a big impact on his mind. So he developed a sort of a mental shock, severe mental shock. Another shock, divorce. Third shock, loss of father. He lost his father. So all the impact of shock. And on top of that, his business in USA.
How long were some of these patients of his trying to get pregnant? Do either of you know?
Like couple of years,
Okay.
Madeline. And I will tell you one remedy, salmon, SALMON, which we eat the fish. It is one of the good remedy where for the infertility, when all the remedies have failed, and that remedy, Dr. Jeremy Sher, he proved it. So there are remedies which we can get it in the nature. It could be an animal remedy, fish, or a mineral.
All right. So if it took a couple of years, how long did it take to actually get pregnant?
No, after immediately within 1 year.
Immediately. So it took, so they were trying for several years and then immediately got pregnant.
Yeah, couple
Yes.
of months. In couple of months, their cycles got regularized, and they were able to conceive.
Wow.
This is all depend on the condition of the patient
Right.
and what is the actual procedure. And in one of the case, my case, the husband and the wife, the both are absolutely normal. Nothing are inside in any pathology. The reports are very perfect. But and even 3 year of the treatment from other system, they have nothing to get pregnancy, and they are very depressed. So either counsel, and I take the history very in depth, and what I found, that the lady is actually do not want to conceive.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that is the factor that I found, and then I counsel her, and there is nothing, no need to take medicine, and she get the pregnancy
Wow. You know what?
because she had a fear of to get the pregnant, and the hormonal imbalance and this nausea and vomiting. She is having very huge fear inside, and she cannot share to her husband or the relatives because this is the uncommon fear for a female.
So
But
what did
I
you
got,
do? What'd you do?
yes,
Nikunj?
I got and I am not doing in the one visit. We are doing the 6 or 5 visits. We are just doing the counseling from my side, from my student side. We are getting in the touch on the phone and WhatsApp. Then on the 6th or 7th visit, what we found is really amazing, that she is having the fear to conceive, and
Wow.
there no need to take give any medicine. We just counsel her and take the proper counseling for next 2 3 visit, and in next 2 3 months she get pregnancy.
Wow.
So
That's
this
the
is all
amazing thing
depend.
about,
Yeah,
that's
this is all
amazing about
depend.
homeopathy, right?
Yes,
Because it's kind of medicine with a heart.
Yes.
yes,
And Madeline, my friend, dearest friend, right now she is a gynecologist. But this was a story. We both studied together, and I went into field of homeopathy. She went into field of medical. So what happened was with her experience, their family, they love homeopathy. Whole family loves homeopathy, she says. And with homeopathic remedies, she was able to get conceived because
Right.
after taking contraceptives for long periods, she told homeopathy works.
It's
I think Dr.
amazing.
Nikunj is here.
Yeah.
Sir, please continue. Dr. Nikunj.
I don't think he's here. He's here, but he's not here. He's
Yes.
trying really hard. um,
Well, actually, everybody is on Zoom,
yeah,
so the internet is maybe slow in
yeah,
the
yeah,
area
yeah, yeah.
because everyone is using the internet right now.
Absolutely.
Everyone is in
But you're
lockdown. In
here. But you're here. The both of you are here, so we can keep on going, right?
yes,
Um, so with that patient of yours, Deepak, who
yes.
we found that
So
out, did
yeah,
she
so what?
decide to have a baby? Did she decide to get pregnant?
Yes, in our counseling after 2 or 3 visits, she was ready to conceive. We had fight with her fear in the counselings, and there was no need of treatment. In many cases, what I seen, the many persons are coming with the huge number of reports and the huge treatment like the IUI, or the IVF, but there was unsuccessfulness just because of the mental psyche.
Right,
Many, many of the couples are not thinking that what actually they want. So
right.
then our sperm and the ova, the both are acting on the mental psyche. On the ovulation phase, if the female is disturbed, the ovulation is not going to be perfect. And same in the males, if male are in anxiety, doing lot of work, their vitamins are low, diet is imperfect, so spermatogenesis is also hard. So in infertility, many factors are there, and
So,
homeopathy has many kind of
right,
medicine, have a huge list
right.
from
What about
aconite.
intimacy? What about
Yes.
intimacy? Do you wouldn't you think that a good, a chunk of something would be coming from the fact that some people are just not being intimate enough?
Sorry, Malin, I cannot
Yeah.
understand.
Do you not think that in some cases people are just not being intimate?
Yes, yes, yes,
Right?
definitely. Because what the couples are doing nowadays, they are just doing the forceful relationship
Mm,
just to get the pregnancy. They are not thinking like that the sexual pleasure is the another thing,
mm,
and this cannot be done by force.
mhm.
So if you are doing the forceful relationship, there will be no pregnancy. I found in many cases I found the male are not ready, and the many cases are female are not ready to get pregnancy, or have the fear inside. So we have the list of symptoms which covers in the homeopathic remedy, and only this is the only system in the world who connect your physical symptom with the mental symptoms. Nobody else from the homeopathy that connect the both symptoms.
Right.
That
So
is
what do
the
you
main
both think about what's going to happen 9 months from now? What do you
from
both
nine.
from now? Because so many people all around the world are in.
Yes.
So is there some message, not just the fact that, people make a joke sometimes of, when there's a blackout for a day, there's going to be a lot of pregnancies, right? But
Mm.
what about how people are feeling now? I think that people are feeling a connection that they've
Yes.
they've almost never felt before. It's like it's in the air. It's everywhere, right? It's all over the world, and you can't help but feel this. So, how do you think this is going to play out in homeopathy?
Yes. I just explain about this because the homeopathy is, I already told that homeopathy connect your physical symptom with the
Right.
mental symptom. Like if you are having the headache, that it might be connected with your any kind of stress, or with the time of the day, or with the hormonal imbalance, and the many things are there. And homeopathy is doing such the wonderful work that if your headache is going to the worse only at the 1 p.m., then we have the specific medicine. No
Dr.
other.
Nikunj is here.
Yes. Dr. Nikunj is here, sir. Sir, we are waiting.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
So, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
I don't know why the connection is going off.
Well, Dr. Nick, we've been kind of chatting about some things, and unfortunately, the internet has been, kind of hard for us today. But maybe you can bring us somewhat up to date. We've been talking about how, homeopathy, it can apply to so many situations, right? So, some of your cases, we chatted some about how, people may have been trying to become pregnant for many years, and then through homeopathy, it's a much quicker process. You deal with the emotional, the mental, you deal with so many different areas. Kind of bring us up to kind of where we are today. And I had started asking Deepak and Kavitha because a lot of people are in, and that's gonna change things in how people are connecting, because in some cases people, you know it's not necessarily a physical thing, it's that they're not connecting enough.
Yes.
So you think you're going to find that in homeopathy going forward?
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Some latent desire, exploitation, separations, these are all playing very vital role. And sometimes some unseen things by the parents. Say, for example, I had one chartered accountant patient from Rajkot in Gujarat. He developed azoospermia. He consulted a lot of andrologists. No one could find it out that what's the problem is. And I asked that, have you had any childhood illness, like mumps? And he told that, let me ask my mom. He asked his mom, his mom has completely agreed, yes, you had a very bad mumps. So that mumps has created a sort of a impact on the testicles. And that's why he developed a sort of a azoospermia. With the help of our homeopathic remedy, that is Nozode, parotidinum. I gave parotidinum 1 m, couple of doses, repeatedly every week. And with my surprise, he started spermatogenesis. But at that time, I was absolutely just a beginner in homeopathy. So I took advice of one of my senior teacher, Dr. Samant, S.G. Samant in Bombay. And he guided me that, Nikunj, you do this and see how the results will go. And then I developed a confidence that, oh, Nozode can do this type of miracle. So this is a simple thing. Same way, another patient from London, he came down to India. He had a oligospermia. I have also noted his case in slide number 14. Can I request to show the slide number 14, please, Amnon?
Yeah, I just need to get there.
Yeah. Okay. So well-built, handsome, absolutely healthy, enthusiastic young man having a desire to start a jewelry business. He came to India with the condition of oligospermia. His sperm count was only 8.9 million.
Dr. Nick, I don't have a slide 40. It's all
14.
14.
14.
14.
Oh, 14. Okay.
14, yes.
Thank you, Amnon. Takes a village, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the patient, look into the body language of the patient. Patient was very hurried and worried and sweating a lot, everything in haste. If you tell to do semen examination, okay, I'll do it, like that. And when I examined his semen, it was only 8.9 million sperms. But good thing was, his fructose was positive. I started with looking to his condition with argentum nitrica, a medicine. The remedy is made up from the silver, and many symptoms of argentum is matching with the patient's constitution. Also, I started with Agnes, that's my favorite. And I also potentize L-arginine. It's an essential amino acids and it increases the nitrous oxide concentration. So that nitrous oxide concentration is helping the vasodilation, and that's why the patient has started a treatment period very short. I have cut short the period of treatment with the potentized L-arginine. And from very short span, you can see on the slide that with the 8.9 million sperm on 14th of March, patient has developed a 49.6 million on 13th of May. So sometime we have to take some innovative approach. I read about L-arginine in our physiology and I potentized by myself. I took L-arginine powder, I potentized and I gave it in a 3x power. Then I slowly increased that and patient got result. So many times patient doesn't want to wait for a longer time. And as a doctor, as a consultant, as a homeopath, you also would like to give a very quick result to your patient. So as you ask me about the impact of environmental factor, when patient is under stress, when patient having some business related stress, patient having a work related stress, many patient having a lot of ambitions, though they are capable, but the superior, the boss is not allowing them to do what they can do. So they are suppressing their emotions, and with the suppression of emotions, their sperm count gets suppressed. The libido gets suppressed. And here in UK, I have come across a lot of patients having a lot of problem with the libido, having a low libido. Why? Because of the stress of each and everything. And always I tell that before life begins, stress begins. Before life begins, stress begins. Why? Because there is only one egg which woman is releasing on 14th day of her cycle. And there are millions of sperms. They are rushing, they are running to pierce that egg. So the stress always begins before the life begins.
So, Dr. Nick, I had trouble getting pregnant with my first daughter. And it took a while to find what the well, we had trouble getting pregnant, right? So they start with the woman, right? And they go through all these processes and it takes a long time. By the time you find out if there is a problem or not with a woman, and then you have to start with the man, that puts a lot of stress on people.
Yeah.
And by that time already, that man is, then there's the ego attached.
Yes.
The man's ego.
Man's ego is
right?
Very important factor. Very important factor. And it's very, very difficult for a homeopath to convince the man, because majority of the couple, they come to see me for a consultation. When I ask the man that where is your semen report, always his answer is, I'm okay, I don't have any problem.
Right. Something, okay. But you know what I know about you, and in just this little bit of time that we've been engaging, if anybody could help a man like that, it's you, because you're so kind and so lovely that you are easy for somebody to talk to. That makes a difference.
And he's an expert in infertility, Marilyn.
Yeah.
I know him for long.
Yeah.
So man having an ego, man having a lot of super added factors, not only ego, hormonal imbalance. They don't confess. They never confess that I got a hormonal imbalance unless and until it gets investigated. And for that, first of all, the feeling of guilt. I'm a man, I can't have any problem. I'm the superior. Only problem is with my wife. So this is the problem that what homeopaths are facing. We have to convince them. We have to request them. We have to pamper their ego that, see, this is your joint decision. If I treat your wife and if she's okay, then it's a waste of the money. When we point it out about the money, monetary factors for the timings and everything, at that time they get convinced. So this is the really obstacles to the cure in homeopathy.
So do people find somebody like you after the woman has gone through all the tests and they realize it is the man? Is that when they come to you?
No. When they fail to get the results from the conventional medicine, from the allopathy. When I was practicing in India, at that time, my majority of the references from the gynecologist. I must say that. Because I had a good rapport, good relation with all the gynecologists, and they know, because I was using their theaters to open the block fallopian tubes.
Right.
And I was getting number of references from them that, okay, we have done this much of things, but right now I can't. In men, we never check the prolactin level. Prolactin is the main culprit hormone in a male patient. This is very important for all the homeopathy because see, homeopathy has been portrayed in such a way that right now most of the homeopaths are now encouraging their patients for the blood results, investigations, then MRI, X-ray, scan, sonography, and everything. So now it has become easy. So we can show the before treatment and after treatment. Before treatment, the condition was this. After treatment, condition was this. It's a simple thing. And that's why people are developing more and more faith in homeopathy. And it is our duty to motivate the public, motivate the people to show that how homeopathy is working.
And
So-
Merlin, sorry, Nikunj, just wanted to check if we have any questions in the chat because I'm not seeing. Merlin and Deepak would see.
Yeah,
and-
no, but we can, that's a good
Wonderful.
time to remind people to, chat with us in the chat, ask questions, comment, whatever you
Yeah.
like.
Any questions? Yes, any questions?
Call in, absolutely. Call in 919-518-9773 or computers, that's plural, the number 2K voice. So Deepak or Kavitha, do you have any questions?
I requested that I want to leave now because just for got an emergency call.
Okay.
So, Dr. Nikunj, thank you so much. Please
It's
can-
my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Deepak.
Thank you for being present.
Thank you, sir.
Kavitha, what about you?
Yes. So we would like to, because Dr. Nikunj has few more cases, interesting cases. If he can share one or two, that would be really great. Would you like to share one or two cases, Dr. Nikunj?
Sure. It's a very tragic case which I came across in my 40 years of practicing life. I had one patient. That patient has developed a sort of erectile dysfunctions. Very small village near where I was practicing. I was practicing Anand in Gujarat. Very small town that is called the Dedarada. Small shopkeeper who came to see me, the doctor. Recently, I'm married. I remarried. And I'm not able to satisfy my wife. And I said, okay. I took a history. History, while giving history, he just wept like anything. He completely broken in tears. And I said, just calm down. Tell me, I'm here to help you. Then he told me that my wife was very ill. She was not able to get up and taking enough care of my children. He had two children. So my daughter always asking me that, Dad, can you bring a shot of a chocolate for me? In India, it is called the PP. The small chocolates wrapped in a wrapper. So she was asking for, Dad, can you please bring a PP for me, chocolate for me? And he always coming very late. Meanwhile, that girl used to go to the sleep. And one day, his wife was badly ill. He was being called, and ultimately, his wife passed away. For a couple of days, they were mourning, and again, that girl has started that, Dad, can you bring chocolate for me? He used to forget because of the work, and he having a lot of rats, rodent in his house. So one day he brought a shot of a Salfos, tablet Salfos. It has been wrapped in a shot of a chocolate type things. And unfortunately, that girl took that Salfos, the poison, red poison, and she died. So these two sad impact on his mind has led him to become important. He became important. He developed erectile dysfunction, and after few years, after 3 years, again he remarried. But with this two feeling of guilt, he never developed a sort of a normal, potent erections to satisfy his wife.
And what was the remedy you have given, Dr. Nikunj?
So, for the feeling of guilt and bad effect of shock, these are the two prominent factors, right? So, first of all, I have to remove the bad effect of shock. So, I gave a higher dose of ignition for a couple of weeks. So, he became a bit normal. He started a good conversation with me. He was explaining the condition, that how my business is going on, how the things are going and everything. And after that, I started with a gelsemium, with the feeling of guilt. And gelsemium is very good medicine to develop a confidence. So he developed a confidence in himself. When he has developed a sort of a guilt, means he lost completely confidence on himself. So we need to bring that confidence back to him. And second thing, gelsemium is a yellow jasmine. Kavita, if you remember, and if you have watched the Hindi movies, Indian movies, right? When the men are going to see the mujra, they wrap the jasmine band on their hand and they just smell. Why? Why people are putting garlands of jasmine on their nuptial night? Because jasmine, that fragrance, is developing a sort of a confidence. It gives a sort of a relaxation. It removes the feeling of guilt. It removes the feeling of inhibition. So all this homeopathic remedy having a very good correlation, and I always consider the doctrine of signature with each and every remedy. Any remedy, if you take, it's having some doctrine of signature. As you are telling me to describe a case, the gynecologist was my patient for a hyperemesis gravidarum. I was treated her perfectly.
Vomiting during pregnancy,
Yes, hyperemesis gravidarum means vomiting during morning sickness.
Too much until the late stages of pregnancy.
And after then, we become very good friends, family friends. Her husband is a physician, and my hospital and their hospital just across the road. So one day she called me that, can you please come to my operation theater? Her servant came to call me that madam is calling you in operation theater. And I have worked in a lot of things in operation theater. So I went over there and she was telling me that I took this patient for a short of removing the uterus, hysterectomy. And right now, bleeding is not being stopped by any means. We are doing packing and packing. And another surgeon was being called over there. That surgeon told that don't do anything, just pack it. But after packing, after removing 5 packs, the blood has not been. So she told me that, do you have anything in homeopathy? Because patient was unconscious. Patient can't take anything orally. Then I thought about the hemamelis. I took a bottle of Hemam mother tincture, and with that unconscious patient, we started putting it 5 drops every 10 minutes. And then we packed it, and I told her not to open that, at least for 10-15 hours. So we kept that pack for 24 hours. After 24 hours, there was no any blood.
It's a plant, Merlin hemamlis, and it is very stops the bleeding, and it's very
Yes,
good. And several conditions,
it is.
varicose veins and
It's a
lot
very good. It's a very good medicine for the stopping bleeding, and it's a very good medicine for varicose veins in case any patient having a varicose veins on their legs. If we mix that mother tincture along with coconut oil, along with any other like olive oil, and if you massage the varicose veins, will go very quickly.
Well, at this point, we're almost out of time. So this has been slam packed with all kinds of good stuff. So Kavitha, do you want to sum it up?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
sure,
really,
sure, sure.
And you're
Nikunj,
terrific, Dr. Nick.
So I'm very much delighted to be with you and to share my thoughts, and
Thank
really hope you all have enjoyed it. And thanks
Yes.
again to Kavita, to yourself, and to Em.
It's our pleasure.
I'm
Kavitha.
honored. I'm honored.
thank,
Right?
thank
Thank
you
you very
so
much.
much,
Thank you.
Dr. Nikunj.
Thanks. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
So-
for sharing your immense knowledge, and we really bring you back. And one thing, Dr. Nikunj, would you like to share in 1 minute your publication?
Sure. If I can request Eminem again to go to the slide number, because I wrote few books on homeopathy, and slide number 39. So these are my books.
Wow.
This is Repertoire of Infertility. This has been collaborated with the Radar Opus software, homeopathic software. And this is the first time in homeopathic world I have created this repertoire. You
And
will
where is it
not get,
available? Where is it available?
it is available online on Amazon
Okay.
and with the Trafford. This is another my book, Sperm Abnormality and Homeopathy. And this is Materia Medica of Sexual Disorder. You will get Materia Medica of everything, but you will not get Materia Medica for male and female, both partners, especially in the sexual disorder. So these are the 3 books. Another books I'm not going to show you because it is on the menopause.
Okay, and well, show it to me later. And these are all in English or what?
Yes, all books are English.
All in English.
Yes.
Okay.
It
well,
has
you
been
can show
published
it
in
to me.
USA.
All right, cool. You can
It
show
has
it
been
to me.
published in USA.
Great.
And we will
Thank
give you your website, Dr. Nikunj, www.articlinic.com. So for
.com,
more
yes.
information, you can please contact.
Yeah, and if Amnon can show you the slide number 40, you will get all the details about my website, about my phone number.
Like I said
about
before,
my-
I don't have a 40. I have 39 is the highest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no problem. No problem.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nikunj, and we will bring you back. And just we have our website up and running. Please register to homeopathyworldcommunity.com. And Madeline, you want to say one about our new website?
Yes, we have a brand new website, and we every day unveil something special. So please visit Homeopathy World Community. We welcome you all to join. We have a special joining membership now. We have lots of things going on with group discussions and
I will bring lots of members from UK, don't worry.
Please.
Right?
good. And we have
With the-
webinars.
With the Debbie, I brought a lot of members, but with you also, with you and Kavita,
Yes.
really, I'll bring lots and lots of members from UK because I'm a general secretary of our HMA,
Oh,
General
okay.
Secretary of Homeopathic Medical Association,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I'm also a member of Professional Conduct Committee.
So
in
you
a
and
lot
I
of
will
cases-
talk.
Yeah,
So you and I will talk about other things.
sure.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nikunj.
Sure,
We will love
Thank
it.
you.
Very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, Kavita.
Yeah.
Again,
Thank you. And
thank you. Bye.
And just a few upcoming events I would like to share. Merlin, you want to go ahead with the Homeopathy World Community, our new website?
I just, that's okay. I just
done?
did. Go ahead
Okay.
with next week's
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
So we have on April 14th, 10 a.m. Health In Show. with Dr. Divya Chabra, how homeopathy can help mentally, emotionally, and beyond. And with our special guest appearance, Dr. Massimo from Italy. He will be sharing his experience on COVID-19, how homeopathy can help. And April 25th, noon Eastern, we have a HWC webinar, Homeopathy for Skin Conditions with Dr. Pawan Parekh. And
Okay.
on May 5th, 10 a.m. Eastern, we have Health Intro with Dr. Roger Morrison on the topic Homeopathy for Psychological Conditions. And May 23rd, HWC webinar, Simplicity in Homeopathy with Dr. Kalatia. And good news is Joint American Homeopathic Conference in Orlando, which is supposed to be there, but due to COVID virus, COVID-19, we are going to have it virtual. So visit to www.jhc2020.org for more updates and registrations. And stay tuned to HWC website, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and to know more upcoming events and become part of HWC. Sorry, I'm not seeing you all in the chat, but thank you for being here. And thank you all. See you all next time.
Thank
Until
you.
we healthy and happy.
And one more
thank you
thing
so
before
much.
we leave.
Yes.
Whenever I go to India, because I'm always lecturing in India, and in Gujarat, we are having 43 colleges. So it's an open opportunity for HWC to arrange a sort of a joint conference over there. You don't have to do anything. I will do everything for you.
All right. So you and I will talk about that. Okay. That would be
sure.
wonderful.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
That'd be great. And then, and we actually last week we had a lovely yoga class on Zoom, HWC, and we did meditation. So we
are doing a lot of things.
Yeah, we're doing a lot
of things. Yes, because
So-
you and Kavita both are very dynamic, and really you are doing a lot of things. Really, I should take some inspiration from you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you so
Ninja.
much, everyone.
And
All right.
my sincere thanks to Amnon as well.
Yes, I'm not.
Thank you, I'm not.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You are tuned to the Nissan Communications Network. If you tuned in too late, you can always watch each program in its entirety or download an MP3 audio file of it in the archives section at nissancommunications.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. Sponsored by Telestream's Wirecast software, StreamingGear.com, Carolina Apparel, and DeltaForce.net.